How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great and exceptional day. It's Sunday, so usually I don't make content on Sundays, but hey, I'm trying to knock stuff out the week. Knock stuff out before the week is starts because it's gonna be a busy week. So anyways, all right. So this is a topic that I don't think I touch on enough, but when I do, I do. Now that what we can call or what I like to call the waste of a time presidential election is finally over with. And now I hope we all definitely can focus on the things that actually truly matter, i.e. making supplemental income and access to capital for Black-owned businesses. And an issue, by the way, I didn't really hear about much from either candidate like that during the presidential election. But hey, at this point, all politicians are full of it. And if I'm not hearing about money, then I'm not hearing about anything. According to the article that I read the other day, in 2023, venture funding / capital for Black businesses plunged by 71% compared to 37% overall in the United States. Since June 20th, 2020, investors have made significant pledges to address the diversity in investments. However, Black Americans' share of total venture funding dropped from 1.4% in 2021 to 0.5% in 2023, pointing clearly to where flashy words and commitment make a strong departure. And one great thing that has happened over the last 10 years is more and more Black consumers and business owners have better understanding of why sticking together from an economic standpoint, learning from one another, especially from an economic standpoint, and definitely spending money with one another is the key to our economic survival, no matter who's in the White House, governor's house, or mayor's house. Now, before I go on, I was watching Willie D's podcast show, whatever you want to call it, and he was interviewing rapper Eric Sermon, and Eric Sermon really hit the nail on the head when it comes to the key issues of what hold, as a group, Black Americans back in the United States of America, no matter what time and period that we're in. During the time period of the Civil Rights era, before the integration era, Black Americans had no choice but to be homeowners and business owners and investors, okay, out of pure survival. And on top of having jobs and careers and things of that nature, you had to be a skill of all trades kind of person. You had to be a person who knew how to get it out of the mud from an economic standpoint, and you had to share that information in order for the survival of your family. And during that time frame, and I'll just say from the end of slavery to the 1970s, it was just normal for Black Americans to have 2 to 3 families living in a house, like you see with a lot of other immigrant families, owning a multitude of houses together and owning a multitude of businesses together, instead of everybody trying to play the Lone Ranger aspect. And if anybody was trying to be on the braggadocious mindset during that time frame, it's because they would say, and I quote, "My family owns this business, my family owns this X amount of houses." Not I own a house and I own a business. No, my family owns this, my family owns that. It's very simple. If you have if you own a house and you have 10 incomes instead of 1 to 2 incomes, then you're able to pay and buy a house together, and you're able to pay down the debt of that house, take an equity line of credit, or put your money together and put down a down payment by utilizing other people's money and other people's credit within the family to buy more real estate. All right. And then if you put your ducks together, then you could utilize that money, get home equity lines of credit or any sort of loan in order for you to purchase a business. All right. Instead of it being a single person owning a home and a single family owning a home, single family owning a business, it's a group of families owning homes and groups of families owning businesses. And no matter if you're in New Jersey, California, Texas, Mississippi, Michigan, Minnesota, this works. No matter what race, just take race off the table. No matter what race of people you're a part of, if a family operates like a corporation, the family can do great things to the next up and coming generation from an economic standpoint. Doesn't mean that this formula is solid proof, no. But it is a better formula than just getting a job, getting a degree, joining the military, buying a house and being basic and not owning a business. But what do I know? Okay. And the family working as a corporation instead of the family trying to outdo one another. Because unfortunately, that has become the American way for most Americans, and that has unfortunately become the American way for most Black Americans. Okay. And me personally, I get sick to my stomach when I even think about it, when I hear about it from my relatives. it actually ticks me off to be honest with you. So that's why I don't rock with a lot of my family members, because they want to be in competition with me instead of collaborating with me. Let me know if you feel the same way in the comment sections when it comes to your family. Heck, especially when it comes to you, if you're a black, consider yourself, if you are known as a Black American, is this how your family operates? Because if your family operates in the opposite direction, I want to hear those stories as well, because those are the ones. Because it's not all, but unfortunately, the majority within Black American society, this is very normal. It's unfortunate. So you have so many people that end up being more homeless. You have more and more people end up living paycheck to paycheck because they want to do this solo thing instead of have that real family economic connection thing. Okay, so that's why, like, I made a rant today that I can't really publish because Facebook is giving me issues from downloading the video. But I have a low tolerance of being around men that want to brag about things, and I talk about how we can make things happen from an economic standpoint. Very low tolerance for it. All right, I'm off my soapbox. Back to the lesson at hand. Venture funds come from money pulled by investors in venture capital firms who invest in high potential startups and small to medium-sized companies. So when the pool of investors aren't interested in investing in Black-owned businesses, the chances of those businesses being able to thrive can be cut down to 90%. In 2021 and 2022, there were 17 rounds invested in Black-funded startups at 100 million or more, while in 2023 there was only one investor, only one. Investors predominantly look to invest in Black businesses as a trend. Investment in Black businesses must be sustainable and consistent to reap collective benefits, and therefore it must become part of our culture to invest, or at least spend as much money as possible on Black-owned businesses. Like today, I didn't have to, but I did. I spent basically $90 on a Black-owned business. Throughout 3 to 4 times out of the week, I do spend money on Black-owned businesses, because I know that voting with your dollars is way more powerful than voting with a freaking ballot. My personal opinion, I'll leave it at that. All right, it's the American way. That's why I love the United States of America. The article stated that a survey conducted by Black owners and women's business owners collective revealed that 95% of the entrepreneurs leaned on personal finances to launch their companies, while only 13% had access to capital. Access to capital. It's what it's about. So if Joe Biden's in office, Kamala Harris is in office, and Trump, who's about to be in office, is not talking about access to capital, then we got nothing to talk about. All right, your congressperson, your state senator. I always tell people that are into politics. I'm from the DMV area. I despise politics, but I will say to the people, if you're into politics, go to your congressperson, state senator, delegate, city council person, mayor, governor, and I always just say to them, hey, what's in it for me from an economic standpoint if I vote for you? And I want to hear the words access to capital, how I'm going to get it specifically for the group that I'm a part of, and go. And I guarantee you 90% to 100% of the time, they're going to give you a crappy answer, and they're going to do the best to change the subject and put out some information that's going to just basically distract you, because that's what they do. My personal opinion, regardless if it's Democrat or Republican or Independent. All right. So despite these funding headwinds, Black women continue to dominate as the fastest growing entrepreneurial force in the United States of America. Remember, at the end of the day, family, it isn't all doom and gloom. And that's one thing I have to say with sincerity. That was the one beautiful thing about 2 years before the pandemic and life during the pandemic. Black Americans were getting on the economic code in regards to spending more money with Black-owned businesses, putting the money into Black-owned banks, putting money into HBCUs. And the hashtag, buy Black, hashtag bank Black was a beautiful thing. And I think it's still alive and well. It doesn't really need to be talked about and preached, just need to be implemented. Practice what you preach, or don't preach at all. That's just the way the name of the game goes. And I don't have to preach about it. I just spend I vote with my dollars. I put money in the Black-owned bank account. I put money into Black-owned businesses and try to make my Black business flourish and talk to other Black-owned businesses and go from there. Make money moves, or you're gonna live like a fool. Period. And it's not hate towards anybody. It's not being racist towards anybody. It's just looking out for you and yours. It's the American way. Everything's a team sport. If you're gonna be a part of the team, or you're gonna be left alone and faded away. In most environments, teamwork does make the dream work. And this is coming from a freaking introvert. This can be at a career job. This can be at a company that you own. This could definitely in the military. That's why the United States military is one of the best in the world, because they operate from a team-oriented perspective. Love the government in corporate America, or hate the government in corporate America, they would not exist if they did not operate as a successful team. Elon Musk might be the face of Tesla and SpaceX, but he's not the team. Remember that. Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, the list goes, Damon Johns, Robert Wilson, You know, the list goes on and on. They might be the face of the company, but they're not just the only person on the team. All right, okay. All right, Black Americans can harness their emerging interest in investing, shown in their highest stock market and cryptocurrencies participation, with 68% of Black respondents under 40 now investing compared to 57% of younger white investors to hashtag Invest Black, which is a term from One United Bank is awesome. In 2022, the One United Bank launched, who I'm a member of, launched its partnership with Lendistry, a Black-led fintech, to offer small business loans to the customers. The program offers loans from $50,000 to $500 million to companies that have been in business for 2 years or more. From several perspectives, they continue to champion change in funding and access to capital. From the unique levels of influence, they put pressure on forces that keep Black-owned businesses from growing. Funds, skills, and time, let's get them to our business owners and do what we can do to close the funding gap. Because at the end of the day, it's up to us. At the end of the day, it's up to us and no one else in regards to our businesses to thrive and for our communities to thrive. And like I said, not everybody's meant to be a business owner, but everybody's darn sure meant to be an investor. And I learned that from Dr. Boyce Watkins. I implore everybody to get more aggressive in how you earn your money and how you invest your money. You know, I can't put it in, go into more depth in that because it would sound like financial advice, but I just implore people to do that. All right. Don't forget, Larry's Anything Goes. We sell a variety of products, especially to make money moves products, so don't forget to check us out. Remember, you can't get fired if you own a company. It's the last video like this I'm making in 2024. Going into 2025, it's time for you to own something, all right? So do the great thiefy things, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, and as I always say, make money moves or you're going to labor like a fool, or as they say in Spanish, bienvenido a la vida. Welcome to the life. I'm out. Oh, and don't forget, also, if you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual retirement account investor, don't forget to check out WEBULL, Stash, Acorns, Crypto.com, Coinbase. Whatever those platforms, you'll be able to make some investments and go from there, but do your due diligence when you're making investments. And also, if you want to get specific credit cards, like American Express, if you want to get access to getting air miles and whatnot, check out my One United, all that good stuff. But all these links that are in the description, yes, I will make some money off of them, but hey, you'll be able to get the benefits of them all at the same time. All right, take care, and I'm out.